Happy New Year, guys, and welcome to Scorched Earth Tarot. I'm going to do something a little different to usual, and it's only for this round of readings, so bear with me. And I'm recording this as an intro to all of the videos that I'm doing for the beginning of January. If this isn't your bag and you want to skip straight to the reading, have a look at the timestamp in the comment box down there. And the chances are, if you need to skip ahead to the reading without listening to what I had to say, then you're probably not the people that this is addressed to anyway, so it's fine. No shade, and I'm not even slightly offended. You know, you do you. It's all cool. But I have a few things that I wanted to say, and I kind of feel quite strongly that I do need to say this. The first off, I want to express extreme gratitude for waiting for me, because I know that these readings are late, and I'm very grateful to you for that. But also just for being here and joining me. The last 6 months have been a bit of a wild ride, and my life has changed in quite a lot of ways, and you guys are definitely part of that, and I don't think that you quite have any idea how much you've changed my life, so I love it. The reason the videos are late is because Christmas holiday was quite enlightening for me in a lot of ways, as well as the usual stresses and pressures of, you know, the holiday season and whatnot, and having, you know, 5 children, and trying to make special that time, as special as possible that time. I also had some fairly extreme kind of planetary stuff going on, which I wasn't really aware of until it was brought to my attention, and I was quite oblivious to the effects of right up until about, I don't know, the turn of the year. And then it all hit me in kind of like 48 hours. So Peter, if you are watching, all the stuff that you told me suddenly made all sorts of sense. It was kind of an ascension of sorts, and I was panicking a little bit about getting the videos uploaded and all that kind of thing. And then it struck me that what I actually really needed to do was rest and kind of recover from the transformations that had been occurring. So I took time to do that, and I'm sorry if these videos being late negatively affects anyone, but I feel like you will probably understand. So thank you. What else do I have to tell you? I think that's probably just about everything. But I wanted to just record the intro and say, you know, thank you so much for waiting, for subscribing, for watching, for your donations, for your personal reading bookings. And I kind of got slammed with those over Christmas as well. It was a period of about a week where I was getting 15, 20 requests a day, and I am going to work my way through all of those. But with everything else that was going on, it was a little bit overwhelming, and I really needed to retreat. So that's what I've done. But I'm back. And I'm so excited for 2020, I can't even tell you. So, yeah, thank you. Thank you very, very much. I'm extremely grateful for all of you. That's what I was going to say. When you're recording videos and you're saying the same thing over and over again, it starts to feel less authentic. To me anyway. So knowing that I had 12 videos to do, and that I wanted to kind of express this to you all, I wanted to do it once in the spirit that I feel it, without it just becoming a kind of repetitive thing that I'm saying over and over again and starts to lose its feeling over time. So that's what I've done, and it'll only be for this month. Next month it'll be back to usual blather. Yeah, on with your reading. Hi Taurus, welcome to Scorched Earth Tarot. This is going to be a reading for Sun, Moon and Ascendant Taurians. So we're just going to give these a little shuffle, and then we'll see where we're at. If you sat through my message at the beginning there, thank you very much, I appreciate it. If you didn't, it's cool, no shade. We're just one more. Yeah, that's good. So, I hope you had a good Christmas and a good New Year and all that jazz. I've missed you all. Right. Sorry, I haven't spoken for a while, and since my throat forgot how to speak. Right. Taurus. First card. It's Knight of Wands. Sagittarius for me in this deck's fire energy, anyway. Two more cards for Taurus for January, please. Ooh, that one flew out fast, and I like it. It's the High Priestess, Pisces for me. Major, 2. Right, I'm going to show you these, but there's 3 of them and I only wanted one, so I'm not going to take them. But we've got the Empress, which for me is the card of Taurus as well, rather than Libra as some other people read it. We've got the 10 of Cups, and we've got the Wheel of Fortune, which is the card of Sagittarius in the Major Arcana. But it talks about divine timing and changes in fortune. So I'm going to pop those back in there, but I feel like somebody needed to hear that. So, one more card, please. For Taurus. That's Sagittarius twice, actually. That's popped out there, isn't it? Oh, there we go. We've got the 4 of Swords. It's air energy right there. At the bottom of the deck, we've got the 2 of Cups. Are you hanging about with the Sagittarius, Taurus? Right. The deck I'm using to clarify is the Marigold. And if you haven't seen it, it's absolutely exquisite. My son bought it for me for Christmas. I didn't even know it existed, but he saw it on Kickstarter and he thought it would be exactly my bag. And boy, was the boy right. It's absolutely incredible. I've been getting some really, really nuanced, deep readings out of them. So I'm absolutely in love with this deck. And if you're into tarot cards, maybe it's worth checking out. If death and skeletons is your kind of thing. So, why is the Knight of Wands here, please? For Taurus. No, we're not having this. Stop it. Okay, I'm going to show them to you. I'm not going to take them. We've got the Emperor, the Magician, and the 10 of Wands. Right, if you remember, the Empress was what splurged out in the previous deck there as well. That's a divine partnership right there, okay? 10 of Wands talking about things being a bit too hard, putting down some burdens. And the Magician is all about manifesting. Are you manifesting soulmate? Love it. Anyway, we will go again. Knight of Wands. Why is the Knight of Wands here, please, for Taurus? For the month of January 2020. Oh, come on. Don't do this to me now. Knight of Wands. You're going all shy on me. Got the Page of Wands. Interesting. There's a lot of fire in this for a... Oh, ouch. For a Taurus reading. Knight of Wands. What's the Knight of Wands here? I cannot even believe it. We've got Temperance, which is the card of Sagittarius in the Major Arcana. If you're not dealing with a Sagittarius, I will eat my hat. I don't own a hat, I'd have to eat my boots. They're pretty big boots, don't make me do that. Right. Why is the High Priestess here, please, for Taurus for January? Sensing a great deal of hesitancy Like the cards are mirroring the energy that I'm feeling right now, and it's hesitancy and then a splurge and then a hesitancy and a splurge. It's really interesting. All right, well, it's more than I wanted, but I'm going to take it because apparently you want to splurge. We've got the Six of Cups, the Four of Wands, and Justice. So pop those there like that. Last set, why is the Four of Swords? It's coming up for Taurus in the month of January. Ace of Wands, more fire. One more card, please. Why is the Four of Swords here? That one. And the Seven of Wands. Ooh, on the bottom of the deck, Eight of Wands. Really? Oh, my life. I'm sure the Eight of Wands is a Sagittarius card as well. Oh, goodness. Right then. Let's get into this, Taurus. So, the Knight of Wands. He is, as I said, for me, one of the many cards of Sagittarius that have appeared in this reading. Oh, my life, my ring got stuck in my hair. Okay. This knight's pretty sexy. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, you know, he embodies all of the energy of the fire suit and all of the fire monarchy, if you like, are blessed with similar attributes. So we're talking about charisma, we're talking about sex appeal, we're talking about confidence, very much talking about enthusiasm with this card as well. Someone who's really fun to be around. Yeah. Now, on the flip side, the Knight of Wands has got a bit of a bad rap because he's the fuckboy card, really. But that may or may not be deserved. I mean, it's totally deserved in some instances. It's definitely there. But on the other side of the coin, what you have is someone who truly lives in the moment. Right? And that's what the One suit's all about. And here you are with your reading absolutely ignited with fire right here. This is living in the moment. It's living passionately. It's living creatively. So this may be somebody in your environment who you have come into contact with recently, because I don't get the impression that this is you. This is someone who's galloped very fast into your, into your space. And I feel like you're reeling from it a little bit. And there's this, splurge and then pull back and then splurge and pull back. That's the feeling that I'm getting off this very strongly. He's really handsome. He's really handsome. Look at that. Don't get tied up with gender, because tarot doesn't give a shit about that. So this could be a man or a woman or, whatever else. But it's a really exciting energy, and it's sitting in your recent past position. So this is somebody in your environment, I think, that you know now, right now. And the two cards that you had to clarify were the Page of Wands and Temperance. Now, I tend to treat the Page of Wands as a bit like a fire wild card, if you will, because I'm not sure it has a particular correspondence in the zodiac. But there's a movement here with the Page of Wands that I tend to associate with Sagittarius quite a lot. It's excitement, it's adventurous, it's kind of heart-flutteringly excited about a new chapter, particularly. Because pages, as well as being messengers, I feel like they indicate new starts. The potential of a new start is literally the step just before the new start begins. And it's one that's filled with adventure and excitement, like all the pages have a job to do. But of all of them, the Page of Wands is the least bothered about the job that he has to do. What excites him is the experiences that he gets to have along the way, right, while he's doing his job. It's expanding your horizons. It's really expanding your horizons, actually. It's like adding a layer to your life that you weren't aware existed, is what it is. And as I'm looking at this now, like, that skeleton looks pretty startled right there. I feel like this has hit you very fast. And whilst you're loving the energy, because you're a Taurus and you like to move slowly and methodically with things, you're actually a little bit stunned. Holding flowers and just being all like, well, this is awesome, but it's actually very fast. It's very fast. And yeah. And then we have Temperance, who is definitely a Sagittarius card. Temperance talks about balance. It talks about patience as well, actually. But there's a tremendous healing energy that comes with the Temperance card. And I feel like there's something tremendously healing about the energy of this person that is represented here. It's healed bits of you that you didn't know were possibly broken, actually, is what I'm feeling. Because it's about balance, and it's about taking care of yourself as well. You know, you can't pour from an empty cup. So it comes to mean then self-care and stuff like that. But I'm looking at the way that this skeleton is positioned here, and he doesn't look like he's actually standing. He looks like he's slightly elevated. You know, those wings are doing their job, and he's off the ground, feeling a little bit ungrounded by it all, because it's out of your energy, but still feeling that tremendous healing that's coming with it. Ooh, I'm so excited for you. It's awesome. The card for your present is the High Priestess. Oh, I love this card. It's actually been my archetype for a decade now. So I have a great deal of affection for the High Priestess. But she sits between the beginning and the end. You know, she's like an oracle. She sees a lot and she doesn't say very much. So she comes often to mean things that are hidden, you know, secrets and stuff like that. I've seen other readers refer to her as the other woman card, and I hate that. Absolutely hate that, because it demeans the power that is in this presentation of the feminine right here. Yeah. And when I talk about feminine, I don't mean man and woman. I'm talking about the feminine presentation of energy. So it's extremely receptive, but doesn't give out. See, right? And this particular depiction of the High Priestess sees her sort of sat on a bank with her back against the tree, and she looks to be wearing a dress that is created from moss and leaves and things like that. And I like that because it's got a very earthy feel to it. Right there. But what I'm really drawn to more than anything else is the amount of water. Right? She's a Pisces card. Like, water is to be expected. There's this deep pool of water within that there, and it's sort of sloping off into a tiny little waterfall there. And I'm getting that static kind of feeling from this card again. It's like slightly stunned, and there's movement going on, but it's down here in the water. It's the emotions, and it's barely perceptible. It's only causing a little ripple there. I think that this person has sparked off some feelings in you, and you're not quite sure how to deal with them. Like, this water to me looks quite deep. Right? So it could be. And I look at the way the sunlight is playing on the water there. It's absolutely exquisite. Something about this connection is making you look at your emotions and your feelings and consider them in a new way, I think. Because what we've got down here are like soulmate cards. Like, I'm not even gonna sugarcoat it. The Six of Cups and the Four of Wands together. This is twin flame energy, and this for me is soulmate energy, right? It can be of the past. And it could be that this is someone that you've known for a very long time. But the way that this energy's come in at the beginning of this reading, I think they have literally exploded into your life, and they've just, caused all manner of a reaction from you. And maybe you've come out of a relationship, a long-term relationship that ended badly. And that's why there are wounds there, and that's why there are emotional wounds here. And just being in the energy of this person, whether they're Sagittarius or not, that's certainly the energy that they're bringing to the table. Very healing, Sagittarians. And it's got you all in a spin, right? Because the Six of Cups can talk about children, right? It's past, it's things that have gone before, right? So it can talk about kids, it can talk about childhood nostalgia, it can talk about people from your past. But for me, it goes further back than that, truly. And look at those skulls. It's the same skull, but it's viewed from lots of different aspects, right? This is someone that you've bumped into many times before, and every time you meet them, you get to see a different part of them, you get to learn a different thing. This is a very strong connection. And because it's come out underneath the High Priestess, I think that you feel it is a very, very strong connection, and it's got you baffled. Maybe you're a bit concerned that the other person doesn't feel the connection in the same way. That's entirely possible. But the message from the Four of Wands and the Six of Cups together is absolutely unmistakable. Unmistakable. The High Priestess also is very driven by intuition, right? She doesn't think about things, although she holds all of the knowledge. When she does move, and she doesn't move very often, she's a very passive card, it is always from the heart. It is always from what her intuition tells her that she needs to do. And then we've got this card, Justice. Right? And this card has been popping out a lot in all of the readings for, goodness, I would say coming up to months now, because there's this, and I feel it very strongly, there's this sense of karmic contracts coming to an end, people paying off their karmic debts and starting to get their rewards for things. And Justice for me is an extremely karmic card. It's usually got the pillars in it. And it speaks about a rebalancing, it could talk about legal things like contracts and all that sort of stuff. Maybe sometimes business, anything legally related. But for me, it's got a much, much higher kind of universal or of the universe kind of meaning about it. And this depiction is slightly different, in fact, tremendously different. Tremendously different to any I've seen before, because usually Justice is shown as being brought upright, either sitting or standing, with a sword in one hand and scales in the other, and she presents quite a stern kind of feeling. This Justice card doesn't look stern to me. This Justice card looks actually pretty pleased with itself. Just like, everything's working out exactly as I planned it to. Why I was smirking just a second ago was, if you have a look on the High Priestess, you see the moon, the crescent moon on her head. Justice has the same crescent. It's not this disc, but what I can see is that same crescent, but it's turned the other way around. There's balance there. Twos always talk about balance and duality, right? That's what they do. And they're all very internal, right? But we've got a crescent going one way. And then we've got Justice card, which is numbered 11, which reduces down to 2. And this crescent moon at the top here, right? This is balancing energy. This is why this person being around, whoever they are, is having such a tremendous effect on you, and such a tremendously healing effect. Ooh, I really like it. What's coming up for you is the Four of Swords. Now, following on as it does from the Three of Swords, it's often interpreted to be that withdrawal from people, places, things, social environments, stuff like that, to heal after heartbreak, right? But I feel like you've actually done a lot of that healing already. This feels more like indecision. I'm feeling quite conflicted as I'm looking at it. And so you're choosing to do nothing at the moment, and that too is very High Priestess energy. You're choosing to do nothing and just wait, right? Patience from the Temperance card, patience from the Priestess, patience from this here. It's funny, I don't feel a sense of fear at all from this reading, and sometimes I would. That's not what your energy is doing right now. It's not afraid of what this is, because on some level you completely accept it and you completely understand it for what it is. But your monkey brain, the bit that overthinks, the bit that's sort of, constantly trying to make logical and rational sense of the world around you, is the bit of you that's startled by this. And part of the startlement is the fact that you're not uncomfortable with the situation and you feel like you should be. And then we've got the Ace of Wands and the Seven of Wands underneath, right? Now, all aces are the potential of the suit, right? Whatever suit they're in. So for cups, it's love and emotion and stuff like that. Pentacles, it's new tangible material things that come in, and that can be in different forms. So it can be money, but it can be the start of a new project. It could be a pay rise, it could be a promotion, it could be a new job, a new house, all of those things. But the Ace of Wands is about those things that warm your blood up. It's creativity, it's passion, it's really strong feelings for things. It's that heat that hits your face when you blush, when you catch eyes with someone that you really like. Whether you like it or not, your body reacts to what's just happened. All of that is embodied in here. And the sense of conflict that I feel is because I feel like you would actually quite like to start something new and passionate and possibly creative, with this card, because it can indicate a new relationship right there. But the Seven of Wands is a defensive card. It's the card of feeling like you need to defend yourself. Sometimes, because you're being attacked, or sometimes kind of preemptively. And I feel like for you, this situation is more about your monkey brain telling you that you need to protect yourself. And I'm coming back to this previous bad relationship that you may have had that is still in the periphery of your experience somewhere. It's not that long ago, is what I feel. And so the Seven of Wands, rather than being a card that depicts someone being aggressive or or like holding their stance, the whole Gandalf "you shall not" kind of pass thing, there's a much gentler energy to this, but it is very protective. See how these kind of branchy, leafy, feathery things are kind of out in a spiral, like, sticking out from the circle all around it. And it's like you're trying to put defenses up against this, this incoming potential Ace of Wands. But I don't think your heart's in that protective, defensive kind of frame of mind, really. Your heart's not in this. I'm sure there's bound to have been times where somebody has made an approach and you have locked down straight away. You've thrown your walls up, guarding, like, fuck off. Do not approach. Like, there's no point. Like, I can hold out a siege forever, so just go away, because I'm a Taurus and I'm stubborn. Stuff like that. This person makes you not want to be stubborn. And this is alarming. Not in a fearful way, but just in a really startled way. I'm just startled by it all. You know, that's not much of a defense, dude. Like, just go with it. it's really, you know, I draw your attention to the fact that the Two of Cups was at the bottom of the deck. We've got the Ten of Pentacles directly underneath it. I mean, this could be somebody that you've met at work. But whatever it is, it's something that you actually want to secretly, deep down, you would really quite like to commit to. Well, Ten of Cups is there as I'm, you know, cutting the deck. I'm taking this as confirmation for what I'm saying. You know, you're only here once, Taurus. You know, if you're feeling the fire and you're feeling the connection and you're feeling the healing that's going on from just being around this person on a really deep internal level, stop trying to fight it, right? It's not necessary. I'll pull another card because I'm really nosy and I love stuff like this. I'll have another card for Taurus, please. January. Yeah, so we've got the Hermit there. It's a card of Virgo. You might be dealing with a Virgo, but it's introspection. Right? This person is making you dig deep in yourself, and it's through. They're not making you do it. They're not instructing you to do it. It's their very presence is causing you to introspect hard and try and work out what the fuck is going on, because you're not really aware. Let's start with again another card for Taurus, please. Oh. Tower. Like, this person came in fast. Like, this has not been a slow, gradual friendship, you know, in the manner that Taurus like to build things up. This has been absolutely, you know, like a lightning bolt into your life. The Magician. You have all the tools you need to manifest this. You are just overthinking it at the moment, yeah, and it's too hard. Stop that. Just stop it. Put those swords down, put those wands down, put everything down. Put those down because you don't mean it anyway. Like, it's that is a complete waste of effort, and anybody worth their salt would be able to see straight through it. And then at the bottom of the deck, we've got Temperance again. More Sagittarian energy, more healing energy right there. This is so exciting. I really love it for you. As ever, if the message has resonated, I'd love it if you would like the video, or you know, just drop me a comment or whatever, something like that. Oh, it's what made me feel a little bit soft and fluffy inside. That doesn't happen very often. Well done, Taurus. That's good. Anyway, I'm going to go. But I will see you in just over a week for the mid-months, and I would really like to see you dropping that. All right. Take care.